welcome to my channel, Athena Virtuous channel. Athena is here with another astrology and hopefully tarot episode. Okay, so today's video is going to be, as you see in the chart here, is all about Venus. Okay, yeah, and actually I'm gonna focus on this video on Venus and Mars. Well, and I'll start off with Venus because Venus will be entering into Cancer, as you see in the chart here. Venus ingresses into Cancer on July 31st, early in the morning, in the midnight hours, like literally at midnight of July 31st. Venus will ingress into Cancer. And as you know, we have Jupiter already in Cancer, and this is will mark one of the luckiest times ever when Venus and Cancer and Jupiter will come into exact conjunction, as you see here in the chart on July the sorry, just give me 1 second. Venus and Jupiter are forming a beautiful conjunction on on August the 12th. I'm sorry if I said July, it's August the 12th. So Venus will enter into Cancer once again, uh, July 31st in the AM hours, early in the morning at midnight. Okay, as you see here once again. But on August the 14th, okay, once again, they will come into beautiful hugging and kissing. Jupiter and Venus, and this is the luckiest day. But you gotta understand, it's not about August the 12th, it's the energy leading to August the 12th. So the first 10 or the 10 days, at least the 10 days prior to August the 12th, Venus, you'll feel the lucky streaks, okay? You'll feel there is luck coming your side, there's fortune, there's something very beautiful coming. You're gonna feel it the 10 days before August the 12th, okay? Now also, and once again, this video is going to be focusing a lot on Venus, okay? But I will be also talking about Mars, even though Mars energy is kind of negative, but I have to speak about it. Now also, right out of the bat, you know July 31st, in Venus enters into Cancer. August the 1st, as you see here in the chart, Venus will be forming, let me just point to Venus, will be forming a square. This is Venus, okay? She'll be forming, oh my God, just give me 1 second. I'm not talking about Jupiter. We're talking about Venus now. Okay, so Venus will be forming a square, okay, with Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Okay, as you see here, Venus at 1 degree and 37 minutes, and Saturn 1 degree and 37 minutes retrograde in Aries, and Neptune also 1 degree and 58 minutes in Aries. Okay, so Venus forming a square here. Okay, so I'm going to be focusing on these energies, and I am also going to be talking about Mars, because Mars will be forming the most negative energy in August. Okay, as you see in the chart here. Okay, this is Mars. On August the 6th, will ingress into Libra at 0 degree Libra. Okay, and right off the bat, once enters into Libra, will form an opposition with Saturn and Neptune. And I'm going to tell you what's the energy of this opposition, okay? Because even though Mars is forming an opposition with Saturn and Neptune, but as you see here, is also forming a kite or a beautiful trine with Uranus and Pluto. Because remember, Uranus, as you see here, is 1 degree in a fellow air sign, Gemini, and Pluto is at 2 degree, also retrograde. Okay, sorry, Mars is not retrograde and Uranus are not retrograde. And I apologize if I said retrograde. I don't think I did, but yeah, once again, Mars is entering into an air sign of Libra and will be forming a trine on both direction with Uranus in Gemini, another air sign, and Pluto in Aquarius, a fellow air sign. Okay, and once again, as you see in the chart here, when especially August the 9th, when Mars is going to be at a position, exact opposition with Saturn and Neptune. Okay, Mars at a degree and 28 minutes, and Saturn and Neptune both are retrograde in Aries at degree 19 minutes and a degree and 51 minutes. But also Mars, once again, is forming a beautiful kite here, as you see. Okay, a beautiful harmonious trine with both Pluto and Uranus. And on the other side of the kite, you see here Saturn is sextiling with both Pluto and Uranus. So despite the fact that there is an opposition here between Mars and Saturn, but there is harmonious support and alignment also from Pluto and Uranus. Okay, so it's like a blessing in disguise. So I'll talk about it later, but let me focus first on Venus energies, because Venus energy is very beautiful, even though Venus will be forming, right once she enters into Cancer, will be forming a square with with Saturn and Neptune in Aries, but still the energy of the benefic Venus. Venus obviously is the benefic or the lesser benefic, but she's also under the energy of Jupiter, who's already in Cancer. Okay, so she's supported by Jupiter. She's going to get into, very close to Jupiter by the very first couple of days. Like I would say from the, fourth, fifth. Expect once again lucky streaks and whatever Cancer placement or relation to your natal planets in your chart. Okay, so let's start off with Venus. Okay, so Venus, as we all know, is all about self-worth, self-value, is all about emotional and physical security. Okay, especially when Venus enters into the sign that's all about the home, the emotions, the family, the homeland, people, then Venus is going to be very sensitive to these subjects. Okay, my security, my physical security, and my emotional security. So the energy you will feel on the collective is, are you secure where you are? Do you feel happy? Do you feel emotionally fulfilled? And this will touch mostly with people, with Moon in Cancer. They will feel it the most. Okay, they will feel it the most in terms of the emotional aspect of it, because the Moon rules the emotions. Okay, so if you have natally, if you have Moon in Cancer, you'll be very extremely sensitive in regards to your emotions. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's going to affect us all on a positive level, but you'll be very sensitive and you'll be probably prone to tears and sensitivity once Venus ingresses into Cancer. I'm talking about Moon in Cancer, but also if you have Moon in, I would say, Pisces and Scorpio, because whatever happens in a water sign, it'll affect uh, other the other fellow water signs. Okay, now we're talking about the moon, but it will affect us all on a very positive level. So once again, so you will be questioning yourself: am I safe? Am I happy? Do I feel I'm being appreciated and valued? Okay, Venus energy in Cancer emphasize on, once again, security, safety, self-worth, self-value. But it's not only about you, okay? Because Venus rules Libra. So, and Libra is all about partnership, okay? Remember, Venus rules Libra, and Libra is all about partnership, okay? So, do you feel safe and secure with the people in your immediate environment? That's how you're going to be questioning yourself, or the energy that you're going to feel. Am I safe and secure with these people? They live in my environment, in my immediate environment, meaning people live with you in the same house. Could be even like, a home, what they call it, roommates, or, your neighbors, or, um, you know, um, or the family. Once again, the people who are around you in your immediate environment. It could be also related to your work, your co-workers, because once again, your co-workers, your colleagues, are the people you deal with on daily basis. These are people in your immediate environment. Okay, so, and it all depends on what, oops, sorry guys, it all depends on what kind of aspect that Venus gonna make to another planets in your natal chart, obviously. Okay, so whatever planets, for example, you have in Libra, or in Aries, or in Capricorn, it's gonna be forming a square. That's, we're talking about, in your natal chart. But other than that, that's how it feels. So you're going to be questioning, or you're going to be working towards creating peaceful, harmonious relationship with the people who live with you in your immediate environment, because that's the energy of Venus in Cancer. Okay, so, and I'll give you another example. If you are, for example, um, let's say you are Aries, um, Aries rising and Cancer sun. Okay, so in this case, you'd be affected more by this square, because as an Aries rising, okay, or even Aries sun, let's say you have Aries sun here and Cancer rising, so it's going to affect you on both levels, because you, as an Aries, whether sun or rising, you have both, Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your sign. Okay, and let's say if you are, Aries sun and Cancer rising, you know, um, then Venus is going to be in your first house, right? And uh, yeah, and Aries, and Saturn and Neptune will be in your 10th house. That's, we're talking about if you are Cancer rising. Now, on the other hand, if you are Aries sun, if you are Cancer sun with Aries rising, then you have Saturn and Neptune in your first house, retrograde, and you have Venus and Jupiter in your 10th house, right? And we're talking here if you are Aries rising. Yeah, so this is your first house, and this going to be your 10th house, right? If you're Aries rising and Cancer sun. This is just an example, okay? So you take it however it resonates with the planets in your birth chart. Bottom line is, you need to know what Cancer placement in your house, okay? That's what I'm trying to focus on here. But regardless, the focus will be always in your inner peace, inner security, inner safety, and the harmony you create with the people around you in your immediate environment. Now, Venus will be in Cancer until August 25th. Once again, let me just remove this. On August the 1st, as you see in the chart here, Venus will be forming a square right under the bat, okay? She entered into Cancer in the AM hours on the midnight of July 31st. On August the 1st, she's at 1 degree and 37 minutes Cancer, and she'll be forming a square with Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And you gotta understand, guys, when there are planets in retrograde, this means the energy is going to be reversed, okay? And the energy is going to be reflection on what was happening when these planets were moving forward in a forward motion. So on the retrograde, the energy of these two planets will be reversed. So for example, and I said that Saturn forward in any sign, okay? In any sign, it doesn't have to be Aries, in any sign, it means very rigid, very dominant, very controlling, the test going to be really harsh, okay? Any kind of test, the karmic test you're going through, it's going to be harsh. But when Saturn is retrograde, it's less, the energy is less, and the energy is going to be reversed. So there's going to be a reflection on the previous experience you've had. There's going to be less control, less dominance, less, the test going to be easier, because it's like Saturn is reminding you, remember, remind, revise, review what you've been through, and reminding you of a previous experience. Are you learning the lesson? That's the energy of Saturn retrograde. Did you learn the lesson? What did you understand from that lesson or that test you've been through? Okay, so that's what Saturn retrograde. Now, Neptune retrograde, now once again, it doesn't matter whether it's in Aries or not. The only difference, when it is in Aries, it's going to be under the rulership of Mars. Okay, that's the only difference. Versus if it is like, for example, retrograde in Pisces, okay, it's going to be under the rulership of Jupiter and Neptune. But let me go back to what does it mean, Neptune retrograde. And I know the only reason I'm telling you this is because I do listen to other astrologers, and they can differentiate between a planet forward and a planet retrograde. Now, Neptune forward is all about deception, lies, imagination, the energy of idealization, okay? Being dreamy, having no boundaries, like it's a flowing, no boundaries, no restriction, okay? That's what Neptune direct mean, okay? Once again, there's going to be deception, there are going to be lies. That's what Neptune direct. On the other hand, when Neptune retrograde, like this case now in Aries, it's actually seeing people for who truly are, being more realistic, okay? Facing the truth, setting up boundaries, your guards are up, okay? So that's what Neptune retrograde is. So the opposite, okay, or the reversal of Neptune direct. Why I'm telling you that? Because once again, there's lots of misconception and and lies and copy and paste, okay, between these astrologers, because they just copy and paste from others. They don't understand the reality of the influence, the spiritual influence these planets have on us. They don't really understand the psychology of it. They just copy and paste from others, Okay, so when Venus, Cancer, a water sign that's all concerned about the home, the security, the mother, you know, the emotions. Okay, now just remember, yes, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So when I speak about emotions, because once again, people they just copy and paste. These they call themselves astrologers, they just copy and paste. And yeah, because I want you to understand what does it mean, emotions. If you have moon in Cancer natally, then yes, you are very extremely emotional to the point that you're being very dramatic. But if you don't have your moon in Cancer, let's say your Cancer sun or rising, and your moon, for example, in Sagittarius, like in my case, my moon is in Sagittarius, or if you have moon in Gemini, or if you have moon in Aquarius, then you're not you have moon in Cancer. Okay, you are actually your feelings are and emotions they're different. Okay, you're more of a liberal type of person, you're more of going with the flow. Okay, so the only reason, because once again people are mixing and there's misconception about what does it mean when you have moon in a certain sign. Okay, so let's go back and talk about Venus forming a square with Saturn. And I'm gonna break it down, okay? Because I don't want you to be mixing uh, between, you know, the influence of Saturn and Neptune, okay? And Venus forming a square with both Saturn and Neptune, okay? So we'll break it down and let's start with Venus square Saturn. What does that mean? Now, once again, Saturn retrograde in Aries under the rulership of Mars, and Venus is forming a square here with retrograde Saturn. Once again, on at the beginning of the month. But once Venus passes this degree, the minute 37, minute 58, then it's a separation. It's this energy is going to be less and less as time goes on. Okay? And as Venus, moving as Venus is moving towards Jupiter. Okay? So, technically, you're going to feel the energy of the square between Venus and Saturn. The last, like, I'm recording today's video on the 27th in the morning uh, uh, of the 27th, okay? 27th of July. So, we're going to feel the energy of the square, okay, from today. And it's going to come to exact on August the 1st. But after August the 1st, the energy going to dissipate, the energy going to end, okay? Or going to get less and less until it dissipates, okay? Until it disappears, okay? So, for example, some people, especially if you have moon in Cancer, you'll be very emotional once Venus enters into Cancer. And you'll be in a longing and homesick mode, missing home, missing family, if you live away from your family, or reminiscing and being nostalgic about those old days and those old memories. Okay, now this is if you have moon in Cancer. On the other hand, for others who don't have moon in Cancer, okay, you'll be more into the energy of I wanted to be secure where I am. I wanted to be left in a place where I am, um, you know, excuse me, where I am being valued, where I am being appreciated. Okay, you also have, because Saturn instills fears into us. Okay, so with this square between Venus and retrograde Saturn, it's like I have to set up boundaries going back to, because remember, Saturn is boundaries, Saturn is restriction. Okay, Saturn is limitation. So the energy you feel when Venus square Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde, it's like I am setting up boundaries. I'm gonna have my guards up, and I am not going to have fear of, or this is the reflection of the fear of rejection. Do you know what I mean? So, because Saturn forward is fear. When Saturn retrograde, okay, then I am not gonna allow others' rejection to me to affect me emotionally. I am going to set up boundaries. I'm going to have my guards up, okay? And I am not gonna let anybody disappoint me. I'm not gonna let any disappointments or allow any disappointments, okay? Because I know my self-value. I know my self-worth. Do you understand the difference now? Okay? Between the planet forward and the planet retrograde. So I'm going to have boundaries, okay? And I'm not gonna let anybody hurt me. I'm not gonna allow anybody to stab me in my back, or any energies from the back to come and, you know, haunt me, or to come back and, make me feel like I'm not, or I don't have self-confidence. Okay, so technically Venus squares Saturn. I know my self-worth, I know my value, and I am not, or let's make it in a positive way, and I am uh, resistant, okay, and, or yes, I am resistant to any rejection. I am, I have a shield around me to protect me from any attacks. Let's put it this way, from any disappointment, from any rejection. Because Venus in Cancer, she knows her value. She knows her self-worth. And when I say she, it doesn't have to be a Cancerian or any feminine energy or Libra energy. It could be any energy, okay? Feminine or masculine. I know my self-worth. I'm not going to allow any disappointment. I'm not going to allow any rejection. I'm not going to allow any people to hurt me. I have zero tolerance to any wounds, any pains, any psychic attacks. Okay? That's the energy of Venus square Saturn. The energy of Venus square Neptune is, I am striving. Now, once again, if I say I am or she is, doesn't have to be feminine energy, or it doesn't have to be only for Cancer. It could be placement of Cancer in your natal chart. Okay, once again, going back to if you are Aries sun or rising, if you are Aries rising, then Cancer is your fourth house. Okay, so let's go back. Venus in Cancer squaring Neptune retrograde in Aries, it's like I am longing to true love, not to delusion or, imaginary love. It's the opposite. I wanted to have true love in my life. Okay? I want conditional love. And that's what I'm going to manifest, especially when Venus is going forward to Jupiter. I am going to manifest true love, and I'm going to get true love in my life. Okay? Venus in Cancer squares Neptune retrograde once again, because Saturn's retrograde here too. I am having my boundaries, my guards up. I am having boundaries. I am protective to myself, okay, and to my energy. I'm going to be persistent in my manifestations and in my goal, and I'm going to achieve what I want. Okay? So you are going to have that feeling of being protective to yourself, okay? Especially guys, with Jupiter here, okay? Even if, let's say, you are Scorpio, Cancer is your ninth house. So there is a protection in this house, your ninth house, okay? Your goals, whatever the ninth house governs, like for example, travel, you're going to be prepared, well prepared for your travel endeavors, okay, or plans, okay? There's going to be a lucky streak up in this department. So if you are applying for a visa, okay, for a travel, and you've been waiting and waiting, this is going to bring it to you. Especially once again when Venus heading towards Jupiter, because this is one of the luckiest times ever. It's very positive. It's going to bring fortune and luck in this department, whatever the placement of Saturn in your house. For example, if you are, let's say, Libra, then Cancer is your 10th house. So you are going to be lucky and fortunate in the 10th house, you know, and whatever the 10th house governs, okay? So your public image, your status, you're probably going to be most likely elevated in your status, okay? Whatever it is, okay? So you probably, let's say if you're Scorpio rising, you're probably seeking higher education, going to be accepted at the school, or they're going to be an feminine or masculine people who are going to be very supportive to you. Just to recap on Venus, sorry guys, Venus squares Neptune here. Neptune retrograde, both Neptune and Saturn retrograde in Aries are under the influence or under the rulership of Mars in Virgo. Okay, so, and Mars is still not far away from the South Node. So once again, you are reflecting on past experience, and you are technically learning from your past experience. So once again, the approach here and the energy you feel, it's like I am going to protect myself at all costs. I am going to be defensive towards myself. I am not going to allow any past hurts, wounds, or experiences to have negative influence on me, or to have, you know, negative influence on my future choices, okay, or options. I am going to be protective to my energies, and I'm going to have zero tolerance to any deception, lies, illusion, disillusionment, you know, idealization. I'm going to be more realistic, and I'm going to be in my approach, okay? And I'm going to always strive to manifest true love, unconditional love that empowers me, the love that makes me happy in my own skin. Okay, so remember, that's what Venus in Cancer in square with Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Aries. Venus in Cancer is all because, once again, these two planets are under the influence of Mars, which is just formed a conjunction with the South Node, okay, past experience, past trauma, past karmic situation or people. So I'm not going to allow those people to approach me. I'm not going to allow those energies to come and affect my future endeavors. Okay? That's basically what Venus in Cancer means. And Venus in Cancer approaching Jupiter is very, very beautiful energy, guys. Okay? As you see in the chart here, on August the 12th, both Venus and Jupiter will come into a beautiful cuddling, kissing, hugging, you name it, conjunction. They will come in alignment in an exact degree, 14 degree and 3 minutes in the sign of Cancer. Both these two planets are benefics. Benefics mean they bring benefits, they bring luck, they bring fortune of a tangible nature. Okay? Jupiter is the greater benefic and Venus is the lesser benefic. In the Greek mythology, Jupiter used to um, cheat on his wife Hera and go have sexual interaction with Venus. Okay, even though in once again in the god and goddess mythology there's nothing called incense or you know my sister or my brother or my daughter or my sister or my my son. Okay, yeah, Jupiter and Venus, they're considered as siblings, but in the Greek mythology Jupiter had an affair with Venus. So these two energies together, that's the mythology. Okay, but in reality these two planets, when they come in alignment such as a conjunction, this gives us the energy of fortune and luck coming our way. Jupiter is brings fortune and luck with no limit. Okay, with no smooth sailing. Like there's the luck and fortune come and fall in your lap. That's what Jupiter does. Whereas Venus, it requires action from you. You have to do something about it. You have to take action in order to attract those, uh, you know, um, opportunities. But when Jupiter and Venus come together in alignment like this, in a harmonious alignment, things will fall in your lap. Opportunities will come to you with minimal, uh, you know, um, minimal action from your end. Okay, yeah. So once again, this is gonna happen on August the 12th. However, the 10 days before August the 12th, that's when when Venus is actually moving towards Jupiter. So the energy is applying. So the energy is building up. So you need to keep your eyes open, I would say, from the 2nd, 3rd of August. Okay? You need to, if you are looking for anything you want to do, you need to start the manifestation. Because remember, we will have full moon, I believe, on August the 9th. I'm going to talk about it. It's going to be in Aquarius, and I'm going to talk about it later on. But before August the 9th, you're going to start your manifestation. You're going to work on achieving what you want to do. Okay? Because once again, even though we will have this full moon in Aquarius, wherever Aquarius placement in your or the relationship the link between the full moon in Aquarius and the planets in your natal chart, you will still have this the energy of the fortune and the opportunities come your way. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like blessings in disguise. So there's something going to end, but it's going to open fortune and luck in another area of your life. Okay, so whatever is shutting down here, like for example Cancer, you have this Venus and Jupiter in your house, right? I don't care if you're Cancer sun or rising or even moon. Okay, it's still going to affect you on. And once again, I don't care if you are Cancer sun or rising. In fact, I see it more potent to Cancer sun. Okay, because your sun is actually here. Wherever your sun is actually forming a harmonious interaction with Jupiter and Venus, whether you're early degree Cancer or mid degree Cancer. Because remember, this conjunction is going to happen at 14 degrees, so you always give it 6-7 degrees from both direction. Okay, so even if you are, let's say, 5-6 degrees Cancer, this still go like sun. We're talking about your sun. Let's say your sun is 5-6 degrees or even early degrees. You're still under the influence of Jupiter and Venus. Or if you are, let's say, 24 degrees or even like 20 degrees or 21 degrees Cancer, this still gonna affect you. and we're talking about the sun. So don't listen to those people that tell you, oh, it's going to affect you more if you are if you are rising Cancer. I'm a sun, I'm a Cancer sun and rising, and I feel the energy, even though we're still at the end of July, okay? Because I'm double Cancer, right? But I'm saying whatever your Cancer, your sun or rising is, you're gonna feel this energy, and especially I'm gonna focus again on Cancer sun, okay? Now you're going to have this full moon in your eighth house, okay? Once again, it's like something gonna end related to the eighth house for you as Cancerian, because the eighth house is the shared resources, okay, or the control. There's somebody's controlling you here in this house, okay? There is a power struggle between people in your environment, okay? Because this is the house of other people's money. If this is your partner's money, or even the money or the debts, or the money coming to you from governments, or money coming to you from bank loans or whatever, or debts from banks. So there is something going to end in this house, okay? And there's something going to rise in your own house, okay? So let me go back to the energy of the luck. This is the luckiest of the luck ever, if I say that right, okay? When Jupiter and Venus come into conjunction, it's just like Jupiter and the Sun come into conjunction. Here too, it's Jupiter and Venus, two benefics, come into exact alignment, hugging and kissing one another, cooperating with one another. There is collaboration of the energies between Jupiter and Venus, okay? So this means, especially if you are Cancer or any other water sign like Scorpio and Pisces, you're going to benefit the most from this energy of Jupiter and Venus conjunction. Now also, if you are Libra, because you are ruled by Venus. If you are Taurus, once again, because you are ruled by Venus. And also if you are Sagittarius. Why? Because you are ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so these are the signs that I see they're going to be mostly affected by this energy. So be prepared for this lucky times, okay? Once again, you need to be on the watch out from, I would say, the 3rd, 4th day of August for this energy. It's going to build up. It's not going to end after August the 12th, even though Venus is going to pass Jupiter, but she's still going to be in a proximity of Jupiter degree, okay? So, and once again, Venus will be in the sign of Cancer until the 25th. So you're going to still feel the energy of luck coming your way. Now, to add to Venus and Jupiter conjunction in Cancer, and Venus in Cancer, generally speaking, will attract opportunities, will attract people, will attract the eyes, okay, will attract everything to you, including narcissists, including jealousy, including those envious people. But let's forget about those negative energies and focus on the positive, on the beauty about Venus. Because remember, Venus rules beauty, okay? Venus rules beautiful and, beautifying yourself, beautifying your appearance, taking care of yourself, taking care of your looks, and you're being very attractive. So what I want to say, if you are planning to purchase anything, okay, like new wardrobe, like clothing, or new for uniforms and stuff like that, or even cutting your hair, or even like doing any fillers, or Botox, or any cosmetic procedure, go ahead and do it. And don't worry about Mercury retrograde. Now, I know something going to say, oh, but Mercury still retrograde in Leo. It doesn't matter, okay? Actually, Mercury will, just a second, Mercury will be direct on August the 11th. So I have this chart of August the 12th when Jupiter and Venus will come into conjunction. So Mercury already direct here, okay? But even the energy building up to this conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, even prior to that, because once again, I'm talking now, I'm just focusing on Venus in Cancer, okay, and and the influence of that also on the other water signs. And as I said, because whatever happens in Cancer now will affect Pisces and Scorpio in a positive way, okay? Because there is a trine. Now, if you are looking to do any cosmetic procedure, by all means go do it. The only thing when you do it during Mercury retrograde in your second house, for Cancer, for example, it's gonna probably cost you money because Mercury is retrograde. But once again, as of August the 12th, Mercury is direct. Okay, and don't worry about the shadow period post the retrograde. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, it's just like you're visiting or you're revisiting what you're planning to do during the pre-retrograde period. So now it's time for me, for example, if you want to do a cosmetic procedure, if I want to buy new shoes or new clothes, or if you want to decorate my home, or buy new furniture, whatever you're planning to do, go ahead and do it. Once again, it's not going to affect you in a negative way during Mercury retrograde. Like if you're planning to do that, let's say on the 4th, 5th, 6th of August, by all means, on my, I'm guaranteeing this to you, okay? It's only affect your pocket, okay, if you are doing it during the retrograde, because Mercury is in your second house. So it might gonna cost you more. So I would suggest to wait a little bit until Mercury goes direct. You're probably gonna have better deals. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. On better deals when Mercury goes direct. And just on a side note, Cancerian, if you are planning to purchase a car, okay, wait until Mercury gets into Virgo. Because when Mercury goes into Virgo, that's your third house. That's the house of the transportation of your vehicle, of the gadgets, of you know, and Mercury will be direct. So I see that you're gonna have very good deals once Mercury enter into Virgo, which is going to be, I would say, end of August. Yeah, because Mercury is fast. So I was saying, sorry guys, I had to pause for a little bit because I want to check the dates. So Mercury will enter into Virgo on September the 2nd. So I would say from the end of August, I would say 25th, 26th, even 24th of August, if you, until Mercury actually enters into Virgo, you can start manifesting purchasing a gadget or a vehicle, okay? Or, yeah, we're not in a phase of repair or fix, we're in a phase of purchase something new related to electronics, transportation, a vehicle, something along those lines, okay? And I'm saying that for a reason, okay? Because that's my plan too. So I would say from the end of August, I would say even 21st, 25th, 20th of August, start on looking to purchase something like a laptop or, a desktop or a phone or a vehicle, okay? Car, or even a motorcycle. And this is, but in particular, if you are Cancer, because once again, Virgo is your third house and rules these things, or even the travel, uh, you know, um, usually the third house is short distance travel. It's not long distance. It's not like the ninth or the 12th house. The third house is short distance. So you will also notice that there are going to be lots of commute around this time when Mercury enters into the sign that it rules. Okay? And the energy gonna start from the end of August. Okay, enough of that. Let me move on now to Mars energies. Hey everyone, so this is the third segment or the third part of my video, which is I'm recording on the 27th of July. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, I'm focusing on Venus and Mars. In the first two segments, I spoke about Venus entering into Cancer, and I spoke also in the second segment about Venus conjunction to Jupiter. Now, on this part number 3, I'm going to be focusing on Mars. And as I said, I focus on the positive energies first, okay? Even though Venus is squaring Jupiter, sorry, so not Jupiter, Venus is squaring Saturn and Neptune in Aries, okay? At the very beginning of August, on August the 1st, she's going to form the square, exact square, okay? But it's still positive energy because Venus emphasizing self-value, self-worth, and being protective to herself, okay? And once again, that doesn't have to be only for feminine energies, but also for masculine. So you are going to be very protective to yourself, to your values, to your worth, and to your even value possessions, anything you possess of value, okay? Or even your status, because for the masculine out there, okay, it's the status you reached when Venus conjunct Jupiter in your house, okay, or in the placement of Cancer related to your natal or in your natal chart, okay. Now I am going to talk about Mars entering into Libra. As you see in the chart here, Mars ingress into Libra on August the 6th, but the energy of Mars in opposition to Saturn and Neptune, as you see in the chart here, okay, you're gonna feel it from the end, would say, or from the very first couple of days of August, because once again, it's not when the opposition at exact degree, it's the energy leading to this exact um, exact connection or exact degree, okay. So lots of you, especially if you are Aries, you're going to feel the energy from, I would say, the 31st or the 30th of July, because Venus will Mars, I'm talking about Mars entering into Libra, as you see here, on August the 6th. And why I said Aries, because Aries, you are ruled by Mars, and Mars is entering into your opposite sign, okay? And you have both Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your chart under the rulership of Mars. So Aries is the first sign that's gonna feel this energy. In fact, yes, Aries is the first sign right away after Libra and then Scorpio. And Capricorn, I would say Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius, they're at about the same degree. Why? In fact, I would say Capricorn and Aquarius, they're going to feel it the most, even more than Scorpio, because, you know, Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn. And obviously, Scorpio, why you're going to feel it? Because you are ruled by Mars. And why I said Libra going to feel it? Because Mars is actually entering in your house. So Mars is in your energy. But once again, the very first sign that's going to feel this opposition is Aries. Okay? Then Libra, and then Capricorn, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Okay, so let's move to the second chart here, when actually, which is going to be August the 9th, because Mars is slower than Venus, is slower than Mercury, okay? So Mars enters into, sorry, just give me 1 second. Mars enters into Libra on August the 6th. August the 9th will form exact opposition with Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Aries, the sign that Mars rules, okay? As you see in the chart here, Mars at 1 minute and 28 degrees in exact opposition to Saturn and Aries, 1 degree and just a few minutes, maybe just the hours, during the early hours, that's when Mars formed exact degree at 1 minute and 19 minutes, 1 degree and 19 minutes. But regardless, the energy is there, and the energy is actually building up from the end of July, from, I would say, the 31st, even before Mars enters into Libra on the 6th, because once again, it's not about the exact opposition, it's the energy leading up to this exact opposition at exact degree, okay? And why this energy is different than the energy of Venus squares Saturn and Neptune, because Saturn and Neptune under the influence of Mars, okay? Because Mars rules Aries. So it's like the energy of I wanted to avoid conflict. I wanted to avoid confrontation. I wanted to be patient. I wanted to take it one step at a time. But comes Mars, because once again, Saturn and Neptune under the influence of Mars. I'm not going to let you avoid me. I'm going to make you deal with me. I'm going to make you be, confront me. Okay? I'm going to make you or I'm going to be combative. I'm challenging you and I'm going to make you and force you to deal with me. Not me personally, but the negative energy of Mars. Because once again, let's say, let's talk about Aries, for example. Okay? Because once again, Aries is the first sign that's going to feel this energy the most, because you are ruled by Mars and Saturn and Neptune both are retrograde in your sign. So let's say because Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your sign, you're setting up boundaries, you are being patient, you don't want to rush into any conclusion or any action. You're taking it one step at a time. You're being laid back. You're being, you're slow in your decisions. Okay, and you are persevere in the situation, whatever situation you're going through. But comes Mars here, oops, sorry guys, this is too much. Okay, so comes Mars here in your opposite sign, okay, in your seventh house, the house that deals with all kind of partnership, okay, all kind of partnership, the seventh house, dealing with others, either in your immediate environment. Usually it's in your immediate environment, okay? So either a romantic partner, business partner, or even your enemies. You're dealing with these. So people here in your seventh house will trigger you, because that's the opposition. The opposition is a trigger. It's like somebody's pushing your buttons, okay? It's somebody's being combative. It's somebody's being provocative. And provocative means that somebody will uh, will, how do I say it, will provoke you, will push your button, really, like I don't know how else I can explain it, will push your button or buttons to make you take action, to be reactive, because Mars is all about reaction. So it's like a person in this house, I'm saying it again, okay, will make you being reactive, even though Saturn is trying to make you be patient and wise and react in a more calm, but calm plus stubborn energy, because Saturn is stubborn, okay? Saturn is controlling, so you are trying to control your action, but once again, Saturn is retrograde and Saturn is under the influence of Mars. So the only reason I'm saying that, I want you to be careful from this energy, because this energy is kind of provocative energy. It's like an energy of somebody. It could be a friend, it could be a romantic partner, it could be a co-worker, okay? It could be an enemy. It could be a combination of all of these. And I'm sorry, but I have to say it, okay? So this energy of Mars in your opposite house, in the seventh house, it's like a person is going to drag you into a fight. A person who's going to drag you, let's say it's a partner. Your partner is going through some sort of issues, okay? It's not your issue. It's an issue related to your partner. You have absolutely nothing to do with it. But what your partner is going to do is going to drag you, to engage you in this fight, in their own fight, if you know what I mean, and their own issue. So it's like, I want you to help me in this, but at the same time, I'm gonna drag you into this by imposing some toxic energies into you. Once again, Aries, it's not your issue. It's your partner's issue. But they're gonna drag you into it. They're gonna make you, drag you, like pull you to be involved and engaged into their own issue. And then they're going to blame it on you. Believe it or not, this is the energy of Mars opposing Saturn in your own house, Aries. Okay? And whoever listens and watch this video, you're going to apply it accordingly to the placement of Libra in your natal chart. So for example, let's say you are Virgo. Mars is entering into your second house. Mars in the second house, as much as going to bring money into your house, it's going to burn money, your own money, burn it. Okay? So it's like Virgo here with Mars in your second house, and Aries is your 8th house. So it's like you are making your partner pay off your debts. And I'm sorry, Virgo, I'm just gonna say it the way it is. So it's like, because Saturn and Neptune in Aries, your 8th house, so you have debts, okay? And this is the house of shared resources, your partner's money. Whoever this partner is, you are trying to push your partner to pay off your debts. Because, or maybe you're using your partner's credit card, or maybe you're using a loan or money from a third party, or whoever, government or whatever, to pay off your debts or to pay off expenses you encounter. You take it as it resonates, but that's the energy that's going to, how it is going to affect you. Let's say you are Libra, Mars entering in your house, and Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your 7th house. And I'm not, guys, I'm not going to go through all signs. I'm just giving you scenarios of certain, placement of Mars related to you. Okay, so once again, Libra, Mars in your house. So you have the energy of, like, I want to take action. I don't have time to waste. I want to do it now. And it's all about me, because that's the energy of Mars when it's in your house. You're very energetic. You're action-oriented. You want to do things. You don't have time to wait. Once again, it's very similar to Virgo. You are going to use your 7th house, your partner's support. It's like, I want to do something now and I don't have time to wait. And whoever is in my partnership sector, they need to support me now. Okay? And they need to be mindful to my energy and my demands and what I want to do now. And I mean, like, literally now. So it's like you're pushing other people in your partnership sector here to support you, to help you. You have no patience. Literally, Libra, you have no patience. You want to do it now, and I mean literally now. So it's like you're the one who's in control, because once again, Saturn and Neptune in your 7th house under Mars rulership, and Mars is in your house. Even though Libra doesn't like Mars. Libra doesn't like Mars because Mars technically is in detriment in Libra because it's the ruler of the opposite house, but still, you still have that energy. Okay? And I am just giving you different scenarios how, once again, this opposition going to affect you. In fact, for Libras, you're going to feel you're being provocative. You are pushing other people's buttons. You are energetically, being provocative, being combative to others, to people in your 7th house, in your partnership sector. I want to do what I want to do, whether you like it or not, and you're going to support me in my endeavor, in my action, in whatever I want to do. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, this energy of the opposition, it's going to affect mostly Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius. And I'm just going to give you an example of Capricorn and Aquarius. Very quick example, because Saturn for Capricorn, for example, is retrograde in your 4th house, and for Aquarius, it's your 3rd house. So for Capricorn, there are issues, okay, lingering here in your fourth house. It could be a family member is opposing you, is technically squaring you, is technically creating challenges with you, is telling you what you're doing is wrong. It's literally it's not triggering you in the terms of opposing, like creating challenge in your house. Maybe being very demanding, okay? Maybe going through a divorce, because the fourth house, it's the family house. Maybe fighting over property or something along those lines, maybe asking for money and stuff like that. And on the other hand, or it's a karmic situation, because remember, Saturn is your ruler, Capricorn and Aquarius, and is retrograde in your fourth house. So you're going through a karmic situation. Now it depends on what you've been sowing, okay? What you've been planting. If you're planting negative energy, then that's what you're going to reap here. Because once again, because you are ruled by Saturn, and I'm talking about Capricorn and Aquarius, both of you are ruled by Saturn. So the karma gonna hit you first, more than any other sign, because you are under the energy and the influence of Saturn. That's your Saturn. That's your Lord. Uh, that's your chart ruler or your chart Lord. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So karma is gonna hit you first. Then Mars in the sign that squares you. And I'm talking here about Capricorn, because both Aries and Libra are other cardinal signs, and both are squaring you. So any degree of Capricorn, you're going to be affected by Mars in Libra. It squares you. And Saturn here in your also fourth house, it squares you. So there is a challenges in your fourth house and your 10th house. Whatever's happening here is going to affect this 10th house. And whatever's happening here in your 10th house is going to affect your fourth house. It could be your public, your status, your position at work, in the community, and so on and so forth. Both are going to be, affected by this energy of Mars in Libra. Both are going to be challenged and test your ability to deal with this karmic situation. Okay? Now, on a mundane level, and the same goes for Aquarius. In fact, for Aquarius, it's going to affect your mobility. Okay? What do I mean about that? Because Saturn both are retrograde in your third house. So this affects your mobility, whether in terms of, because, transportation or, excuse me, or your, vehicle, or even your body, okay? Because Saturn rules your bones. So if there is issue related to your physical body, mobility, your own mobility versus your mobile or your vehicle, okay, it could affect either or it could affect both. And Mars here in your 9th house, right? Once again, the house of transportation, of travel, or technically your mobility. So the 3rd and the 9th opposing one another. And I'm not going to get into details about it. For some of you, maybe you're trying to travel or something like that and you get lots of challenges. Or you wanted to move from somewhere to another, move from a neighborhood, or even, once again, your physical ability to move. You'll be challenged. Could be, I don't know. And I'm not wishing this upon anybody, but yeah, for some of you, few of you, not everybody, you're not going to be able to move because there's some sort of, could be you broke your hip, okay? Could be you've had a fracture in your leg, whatever it is, whatever, it's going to affect your mobility, your movement, your motion. It could be something that's going to relate to your vehicle. That's for Aquarius. It's probably going to cost you lots of money, so you're not going to be able to afford to repair your vehicle because once again, Saturn and Neptune are retrograde in your third house. And now, once again, I'm just giving you different scenarios and what I see that could happen to these signs that I mentioned. For Scorpio, Mars is in your 12th house and you are ruled by Mars. And Saturn and Neptune are retrograde in your 6th house. So this is, to me, speaks volume of misunderstanding and miscommunication with people at your workplace, or it could be your schedule. Or it could be your schedule at work. So there is going to be challenges related to that. And once again, there could be misunderstanding, miscommunication. Somebody's going to provoke you. Okay? Or somebody, quite frankly, Mars in the 12th house, and you are ruled by Mars, Scorpio. This could be enemy at your workplace. Hidden enemy who's trying to, who's actually very toxic, spreading lies and rumors about you. And it's going to affect your performance at your work. When I see this person here, because it's in the hidden placement in your 12th house, is literally lying about you, causing trouble, and you're not aware of it. You don't know, but it's going to affect your relationship with other colleagues. So there's deception and lies, and but you know what? You're gonna find out because once again, Neptune is retrograde. Sorry guys, I keep getting texts. Just give me 1 second. So once again, it's gonna come to surface. You're gonna learn about the person who's spreading rumors and lies about you. You're gonna find out. They're going to be exposed. Somebody's come to you and tell you that there's a person here is trying to, for example, compete with you or take your position, or trying to take advantage of your work or steal your intellectual property, something along those lines, or steal your work, because that's what Mars energy in the 12th house. I don't like Mars in the 12th house. I'm not gonna lie to you. If any malefic planet enters in the 12th or even the first house, even though the first house has its own advantages, but when a malefic planet like Mars, Saturn, Pluto enter into a 12th house or the 8th house, that is very negative energy. Very negative energy. And especially the 12th house, because it's the house that's hidden from you. Anything is hidden, or you're hiding something. So it could be either or. It could be you're hiding something. Anyways, I'm gonna move on because I don't want to make this too but I gave you an idea, okay, of how this is going to affect you, in which area in your life. Now, on the mundane level, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, this Mars opposition to Saturn. On the mundane level, I'm not going to lie to you guys, Mars square Saturn is worse. Mars square Uranus is literally the use of nuclear weapons, okay? And it's literally a earthquake or a volcano or something along the. But Mars in opposition to Saturn, this speaks of, for example, rally, okay, like a protest, which will include or engage people who are part of this protest or a rally, engage them into a fight, argument. It doesn't have to be physical fight, but it could be a debate, a heated debate, an argument. This is also speaks of, like for example, let's say, Russia and Ukraine, because Pluto, sorry, not Pluto, Putin is Libra, okay? So Mars here is gonna create some sort of disagreement. Let's say there's a ceasefire attempts, or a ceasefire negotiation or something like that. There's going to be a disagreement, not necessarily Russia, but it could be even from Ukraine. That's what I see. So there is disagreement. Mars and Saturn opposition is not as bad as Mars squares Saturn, or Mars squares Pluto, or Mars squares Uranus. The square is really harmful, is destructive, is engaged in physical fight, but because it involves Mars, and Mars is fight, is war, okay? But the opposition is a combative energy, a provocative energy. It's like somebody is opposing you, somebody is triggering you, somebody is challenging you, somebody is like, okay, neglect, like there's negligence, okay? Somebody's ignoring you, somebody's giving you the cold shoulder. You say this and the other opposing party say no. Okay, can we come to an agreement? Can we try to compromise? The other party, which is with strong Mars energy, when I say the other party could be either a strong Saturn energy or strong Mars energy. They're going to cause the conflict. They're going to cause the being provocative, provoke you, okay, oppose you, okay? So don't listen to who was going to, and I'm sick and tired of saying don't listen, because once again, the energy, you don't understand the spiritual or the psychology meaning of these planets when they come into opposition, or when they come into trine or conjunction or square or whatever. They just copy and paste from one another. They just repeat stuff without understanding. Okay, so the opposition is a trigger. If somebody is opposing you, or some energy is opposing you, okay, involvement or engagement in heated debates, in disagreement, in being stubborn, in being controlling, okay, that's what I see on the mundane level. Now there could be violent, okay, there could be violent activities, or there could be some sort of deception as well, like somebody stab you on your back, somebody, as I mentioned for Aries, somebody's going to drag you into something you have absolutely nothing to do with it, okay? You don't want to be dealing with other people's wars and fights and use of nuclear weapon. Why have to invest money, or the money of my people, like for example the States, US, why have to invest money in buying weapons for Ukraine or for whoever? I have nothing to do with Ukraine. That's the idea. I'm not trying, like I'm saying this is on the mundane level, but you can take it even on a personal level. Why have to fight my partner's fight? You know what I mean? It's their fight. They deal with their issues. Why have to be involved? Oh no, because I'm your partner. You have to help me. Okay, I help you. I give you ideas, but I don't want to be engaged in your fight. It's your karma. You deal with your own karma. It's your debt. You deal with your own debt. Why have to give you money, lend you my money to waste it? You spent this money before I met you, so why have to pay for your debt? That's the idea. Okay, that's the energy. So I hope this helps, guys. In the fourth segment, I'm gonna do a tarot reading for the collective. So whoever is going to be watching this video, okay, it's going, or maybe watching the video in few months or years or whatever, it's meant to reach you. Okay, it's your energy I'm capturing and I'm picking up on. Okay, so it's going to be a collective energy reading.
Hello YouTube fam, welcome to my channel once again. This is Athena, and this aspect of the video, or this fourth segment of the video, is going to be a tarot and oracle reading. Now I'm not sure if this video is going to be attached to the first part of the video, which is the astro aspect of of the energies. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very busy, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, I'm recording today's video on the 27th at about 1:50 p.m. my time, wherever I am. Okay, as you see in the on my phone here. So and as you see also on the stock market, you see on Dow Jones, you see 44,902. So 44 is very significant. Number 4 is always about foundation and solid and stable foundation. Okay, and in this video I'm gonna focus on the energy of Venus. As I mentioned in the very first part of the video, Venus is forming a conjunction with Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. It's gonna come to exact on August the 12th. But you know what? It's not about the day of the 12th. It's about the energy leading up to the 12th and even after, because Venus still will be under the influence of Jupiter, who's going to be in Cancer for a year. Okay, and Venus and Jupiter are the benefic. Sorry, the benefic. Jupiter is the greater benefic and Venus is the lesser benefic. So Jupiter will bring things and opportunities and luck and fortune smoothly, and Venus gonna attract those. So they both gonna be in cooperation with one another. Okay, so enough of that. Let me just pull some of the tea leaves. So that's the energy I'm gonna be focusing on. Okay, sorry guys, there are 200 cards in this deck here, the tea leaves fortune cards. I'm getting all the 200. It's hard to shuffle them. But let me just see whatever comes out. Okay, so as you see, I'm not trying to select, so whatever comes out. Okay, and this is once again a reading for the collective. Once again, it's all positive energy here. It's all positive energy. That's what I'm focusing on. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about Mars. I'm focusing on Venus energy. Okay, and the luckiest day of this is the luckiest day of the month actually, when Venus and Jupiter come into conjunction. Okay, so Spirit, what are my viewers and whoever watched this video going to experience during this month? Okay, so there are lots of cards. So let's see the energy here. Okay, I'm just gonna start to. Okay, first thing, you got target. Okay, target. So I see that there are lots of people here. They're gonna reach their target. Okay, they're gonna manifest something and they're gonna achieve that manifestation. It's gonna come to reality. Okay. Oh, I love that. Wind chimes. It's all about peace and harmony. And this is what Venus is. Venus is the ruler of Libra. It's all about harmony. It's all about having harmony and peace with people around me, with people in my immediate environment. As I mentioned in the very first part of the video, when Venus enters into Cancer, it's all about peace and harmony with people around you, people you live with, people you partner up with. Okay, and you got, ooh, so there could be a broken bridge, because you see here, broken bridge. There could be miscommunication, or you could be in distance with people from your homeland or family members. Okay, there could be some misunderstanding, there could be some long distance, or maybe you haven't communicated, or you haven't been in touch or in connection with people from your family. But I feel that around Venus conjunction with Jupiter, there's going to be healing. There's going to be, bridging the gap between you and those family members, okay? Or the people that there was miscommunication or there is misconnection with them, okay? Because that's what I feel. That's what I, and you got also good advice from the owl, from somebody who has, who's very wise person. It could be a high priest or a high priestess, or it could be an older person in your family, or a friend, or you're gonna get an advice, okay? You're gonna get this person is actually very knowledgeable of extensive experience in life, okay? They're going to give you an advice, a good advice, and it's going to help you in your manifestation. It's going to help you to bridge the gap between you and family members. And look, for some of you, you're going to sign a contract. For some of you, for others, you're going to get into a commitment, a committed relationship, because you got the ring and you got a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. You got the ring, okay? And you got the apple. Temptation will test you. So I see for some of you probably was in or you were in an affair or in a relationship that wasn't serious, but it's going to end up being serious, okay? And they're going to be knotting the ties with this person, okay? Or it's going to become committed relationship, as you see. And I see that you literally were not in contact or in connection with a friend or a family member, but I feel that this person is thinking about you and wishing you all the best, and is trying to get in touch with you, okay? Now, once again, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, okay? Ex-lover. So somebody is thinking in a positive way about you, okay? For some of you, okay, not everybody, this person could be ill, okay? Or you hear all of a sudden that this person is not doing well in their health, like they're ill. Once again, they're sick, they're not feeling well. Or it could be you not feeling well. So this person is thinking about you and is wishing a fast recovery for you, or vice versa. Or it could be wishing a fast recovery for them. You're wishing them healing, okay? And you're wishing that they get the treatment they're seeking, okay? This person probably could be traveling overseas to seek some, health care, okay? And you're thinking about them. You're wishing them all the best. Some of you are going on vacation, okay? Or you're going for vacation. Or once again, you're probably traveling or going long distance to seek health care, okay? In another country. Inkpot, problems to be resolved. So once again, this lucky streaks between the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter is going to bring luck, and it's going to resolve some sort of issue, some sort of, I feel it's either a financial or a health matter, okay? So yeah, so if you're seeking healthcare somewhere else, or you're suffering from some health issue, I feel that the conjunction between Jupiter and Venus, it's going to heal, it's going to bring recovery, it's going to bring positive results to you, okay? So once again, it's either going to be in your physical health, mental health, or your financial health, okay? It will resolve an issue, and you got the boots. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So you need to work, because once again, Venus attracts opportunity, but you have to work towards that opportunity. Now Jupiter is going to bring those opportunities, and it's going to make them fall in your lap. So even if it's related to health matter or health issue, you're going to hear of some treatment or something, okay, it's going to resolve that health matter, okay, or health issue. But you're going to have to seek those things. You're going to have to look for it. But once again, the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, it's going to bring it to your lap. It's going to fall on you, okay? Because that's fortunate time. That's very lucky time. And once again, it's not only about August the 12th. It's the energy or the time or the days leading to August the 12th and beyond, even beyond August the 12th, okay? You see, guys, all the cards so far that they flipped out or they flew or jumped out from the deck, they're all positive. And you got older man. And this is the man, this is the owl, this is the man who's going to give you good advice, okay? Could be a doctor, it could be a lawyer, it could be, I don't know, a mentor, a teacher, a professor. It could be a boss, a manager, okay? It could be a family member. But this person is going to bring positive news, is going to give you positive advice, and it's going to help you in your endeavor, whatever that endeavor is, okay? And you got the wheel of fortune. Guys, like, look, if you are talking to, and it can, like, I'm not making up anything. You see, guys, you focusing on positive energies, you're being positive, you're raising your vibration, and you get all the energy is positive energy. And trust me, as long as you watch this video with open mind, with positive energy, that's what you're attracting. So all I want from you underneath the video to say amen. Amen. Okay? I claim this energy. I claim this positive energy. I claim this reading. And you got the wheel of fortune. So this is luck. This is fortune coming your way. And you know what, guys? Even there is something here. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I don't feel this energy from here. Okay, this could be the energy before you watch this video, because what I feel here, because it came in reverse, so it is going to be positive. This is luck coming your way. Okay, and you got the wreath. So for some of you, maybe you are grieving a loss of something or somebody, okay? But I still feel, by seeing these flowers here, I feel that there's a blessing in disguise, okay? Which means there could be a person, because this literally came under the older person, older man here, okay? And we just had a full moon in, so we've had a new moon in Leo, but prior to that, oh my God, I can't even remember where the full moon was. So in July, we've had a full moon in Capricorn, okay? And a full moon in Capricorn, I mentioned, I remember, I spoke of, is it full moon in Capricorn? Let me double. Yes, I just want to double check the chart. Yes, we've had a full moon in Capricorn, and I mentioned back then that there could be a loss, okay? Now, this could be a masculine energy that you've lost, okay? So, but I feel, and not all of you, it could be a prominent mother in your chart, or could be a person who's prominent in your life, okay? So despite this loss, I feel that there was a blessing coming. Like you could have been, or you could have inherited something, or there could be assets left for you from this person, from, you know, and you find out that this person left you, I don't know, inheritance or money or something along those lines, okay? And then you got the bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. So this, to me, is literally the energy of Mars in opposition to Saturn. This is the energy of Mars in opposition to Saturn. Okay, so there could be enemies working against you. And you see, guys, the last 3 cards here, they have some negative energy. But look at what the last one, you got the Sun. So to me, this is literally the energy of the Tower, these 3 cards here, okay? The energy of the Tower, and then after the Tower, you get the Sun, which is happiness and well-being. Happiness and well-being, okay? So despite the pain, despite the loss, despite that maybe somebody, things went against your will, or things didn't come the way you wanted, okay? Maybe you found out that there are enemies working against you. Somebody's toxic, is very provocative. Once again, the energy of Mars and Saturn opposition. But look what comes next. Jupiter and Venus conjunction in Cancer. The Sun, which is going to bring happiness, luck, and fortune your way. Okay, so all the first 2 rows here, they're very positive, and only 3 cards came kind of negative. Okay, so it's like there's a blessing, there's a phoenix rising from the ashes, that there's a Tower moment that's going to bring after that a rebirth, a transformation, a renewal, which is going to bring happiness, which is going to open new doors your way. Okay, so once again, guys, I'm focusing on Venus Jupiter conjunction, and I'm calling for all positive energies coming your way. Okay, I'm literally in front of me, and I'm going to post it on the screen here in the video, the Venus Jupiter conjunction, which is, once again, it's going to happen exact on August the 12th, but the energy building up is the days before and after the exact conjunction. Okay, so let's all focus on that. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards. I see peace and harmony. I see a person who's a wise person, is going to help you, is going to support you in your endeavor, any kind of endeavor. It could be, once again, this is a doctor, this is a lawyer, it could be a boss, a manager. It could be a person in your family who's going to be very supportive to you, who's going to give you good advice. And look, guys, this is just flipped out, Ace of Swords. Okay, so I see victory. Okay, I see success. If you are dealing, because the Ace of Swords is most of the time, it comes out when you are dealing with legal matter or contracts or something hidden, okay, or lawyer or doctor, because this is the energy of the intellectual property. This is the energy of a person who's very wise, okay. This is the energy of a surgeon. This is the energy of a lawyer. This is the energy of a judge. So this is the hand of God, okay, is giving you technically success, victory, is confirming that you are going to be successful in your endeavor. Okay, and I am going to clarify. It's been 18 minutes already, and once again, this is just a collective energy. Okay, I haven't used this deck for too long. Six of Pentacles, support. It literally came on top of the the wind chimes and the target. Okay, so I do feel that there's somebody and there's a blessing coming your way. There's somebody's going to be supportive. There's somebody's going to extend their support, extend their hand to you, and they're going to help you in any shape or form, in any aspect of your life. It doesn't have to be financial help because it's Pentacles, but it's physical type of help. It's tangible. So it could be even related to your health. Okay, I do feel there's a gigantic focus on your health and your financial health, your physical health and your financial health. For some of you, or many of you actually, I would say for many of you, you have so many options, okay? And you have so many, but you gotta be careful on making choices and selecting the right option for you, because you might be going to be tempted, okay? So be careful in your choices. Be careful not to be, deceived. Some of these choices, they're going to be deceptive. They're not going to be honest. But some of them, they're going to be honest and they're going to be successful. And you got the Six of Wands. I honestly don't want to see the other cards. I really don't want to, because this speaks volume of, success and victory. And you got the Ace of Swords. Okay? This is literally success. This is the eyes on you. You are in the spotlight. Everybody is going to be attracted to you in whatever endeavor. You're going to be successful. You're going to be victorious. This is luck come your way. This is, once again, the eye is going to be on you. For some of you, as I said, you're going to be focusing on your appearance and you're going to be very attractive. In any type of, something related to your appearance. Okay, it could be buying new clothes. You could be actually beautifying your body. Okay, you're probably taking care of your physical health. You're probably doing some cosmetic procedure that's gonna make you more attractive. People gonna be attracted to you. Some of those people, they are envious and jealous from your success, from your beauty. Okay, but let's not focus on the jealousy and enviousness. Let's focus on the success. Let's focus on the victory, on the advancement. Okay? Let's focus on the people who are admiring you, who are attracted in a positive way to you. Okay? There are so many cards jumped out. You've spent tremendous amount of time worried. You've been searching something. And you stayed up late at night, you're drinking coffee one after the other. When is the news coming? When this positive news that I've been waiting for is coming my way? When? Searching for results, searching for information. I do feel that you're going to find the information and you're going to be successful. For some of you, you've been studying. You spent all night studying and preparing for exams and tests. And you're waiting for, because the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands is the energy of success once again. You're going to be successful. You're going to get the positive results. And Queen of Pentacles. I feel that this Queen of Pentacles is one of the people that's going to be supportive to you. Okay? For some of you, this is your energy. You are a person who is technically wealthy, who's well established in your life. You got what you want. You've achieved a positive lifestyle, and you're going to maintain that lifestyle. For others, this is a person who's going to be supportive to you. Is going to come with an offer to you. And it's going to be on a golden platter. Golden platter. Platter. Because sometimes when I look at the subtitles, it's just so funny. But anyways, a golden platter. Okay? It's coming with a positive offer to you. That's what I feel. That's what I see here. And once again, you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for too long. With the Ace of Swords, with the Eight of Swords here, you've been waiting for this offer. But it's coming. This is a tangible, this is an offer with a tangible nature, or of a tangible nature, because it's the Queen of Pentacles. She holds the gold, the coins in her hand, a tangible offer that's going to take you out from this energy, the energy of stagnation, been waiting for too long. And here it is coming. You've been waiting for your money to grow, Seven of Pentacles, and your money is growing. your efforts, you're going to reap what you've been sowing, and it is going to be of a tangible nature, whatever you're reaping. So you probably have your money in the stock market for a while, and now all of a sudden it's going to increase, it's going to grow. You probably put your house for sale, and you're going to get a great offer that's going to bring a lot of profit. Okay, you're going to be able to move, you're going to be able to purchase what you want, or you're going to be elevated at your work. The offer of promotion in any aspect of your life. Okay, that's what I see. Something is going to be tangible coming your way. And you got the King of Swords. This is the wise person who's going to be supportive to you. This could be, once again, a surgeon. This could be a wise person who has extensive experience in life. This is the person, this could be a lawyer if you have a legal matter, because once again, Ace of Swords is related to legal matter. This could be the judge who's going to rule to your favor. I see money coming your way. If you are in a legal battle with somebody, I see you're going to be successful. It's going to come to your favor. And look at you, the world. You're happy. A chapter is ending for a new chapter to open in your life. You're traveling, you're happy, you're moving to a place where you're probably going to be on vacation. Remember, we got the vacation card where you're going to feel happy and rejuvenated. Okay? Where's the happy? The travel, I don't know. Yeah, the kite. And remember, look at the chart of the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. There is a kite there. Okay? And the kite is forming between Saturn, Pluto, Uranus, and Mars. And there is a triangle as well formed between Mercury, Saturn, and Uranus. So this confirms that, yeah, there is a harmonious support that you're going to receive that's going to make you or lead you to start a new chapter in your life where you feel, once again, happy, and you feel that you are with your soul tribe. You are where you're supposed to be. The World card is literally a travel. Yes, it's a travel. It's a new chapter in your life. It's a relocation. You did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. You achieved something in your life, whatever it is. For some of you, it's literally a travel, moving. For others, you've achieved something, and you are now in a process, in a celebration mode. You're celebrating your achievement, your success. Six of Wands. Six of Wands and Ace of Swords. This is victory, success. I can't emphasize this enough. Okay? Queen of Cups. You know it. You felt it. Queen of Cups is the energy of Cancer. You are very intuitive. You are psychic. The Queen of Cups is literally the energy of and look, guys, the other cards they came out with the Queen of Cups, you got the Eight of Pentacles and you got the Two of Cups. Okay? And the Eight of Pentacles comes after the Seven of Pentacles. You're watching your flowers. You planted the seeds of your flowers. You're watching them growing day after day. Okay? And you're enjoying the fragrance of these beautiful flowers day after day. And there you go. They are growing. You've achieved what you want. You've reached your goal. That's Eight of Pentacles. You've been very patient in the Seven of Pentacles energy. But now, you've reached that position, okay? Let's say you've been working hard to be promoted. Now you got promoted You still need to work at this level or this position. You still need to work, and the work is going to be a little harder because there are more responsibilities, and that's what I feel for so many of you. So for some of you, or so many of you, quite frankly, I see that you're going to be promoted to a higher position. And there is a collaboration. The card fell out. I'm gonna go pick it up. Okay? There's collaboration between like-minded people, between you and another person. Person's going to be supportive to you. That's what the Two of Cups. This is also the energy of signing a contract. It doesn't have to be a romantic contract. It's a business contract as well. Okay? But it's a like-minded people who have same energy. It's reciprocated. Okay? There's reciprocation in this energy. There's give and take, and you got earlier Six of Pentacles. You have similar energy, and I see from here, whoever you're signing contract with, either on a romantic level or on a physical or on a business level, this person is different than you. In their background, in their ethnicity, in their faith, whatever. This person is different than you, okay? But yet, you are of a same soul tribe. And with the Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Cups here, you know it. It's happening. You felt it. You manifested this. So quite frankly, the energy I see here is water signs, earth signs, actually everything, because we have Ace of Swords here, and Eight of Swords, and we have also King of Swords. Where's King of Swords? So it's also for air signs. Yeah, King of Swords here. Okay? King of Swords. But I see lots of pentacles. So earth signs are in the mix here as well. Okay? And water signs. Who am I missing? Well, I have fire here with the Six of Wands. So I have Pisces, Cancer, okay? Pisces, Cancer, I mean, any Seven of Cups is literally, could be Scorpio, Pisces, whatever. It's mostly Pisces, okay? But I see, oh, and Two of Cups, okay? Another water sign energy, okay? And I see Pentacles. I see Sagittarius here. I see Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus mostly, okay? But I see, like, you know, I have Capricorn here with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And I have the World, once again, Sagittarius energy. I have Libra and, you know, an Aquarius energy. Libra and Aquarius. I have Aries with the Six of Wands, okay? So technically I have all energies here. Water, air, earth. Yeah, water, air, earth, and fire. I have everybody here. So everybody gonna experience success, advancement, victory in any aspect of your life. Do I need to pull more cards? Let's do some love oracle cards, okay? Let's do some love oracle cards. Now, even if there is any past experience, any disappointment, I do feel, or you've dealt with you know, a deceptive energy, a person who was wearing a mask, okay? I do feel that this is going to change. And you know what, guys? Oracle cards, when they come in reverse, I don't read oracle in reverse, okay? You got new love and you got travel. So for some of you, you're gonna meet a new person during travel. Now, travel doesn't have to be long distance. It could be short distance. So, but I see that you go, and it is romantic energy in these oracle, in these love, whispers of love oracle, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be even on a business level. You're gonna be meeting new people, moving on, new beginning, meeting new people of same type of like mind, soul tribe, or like-minded people, because you got the Two of Cups here as well, okay? But I feel for some of you, this is gonna happen in a place where it's not where you live, where you used to live. Or, yeah, it could be during a vacation, it could be during a travel, okay? At your workplace, something along those lines, okay? Let's see the other cards here. You got party. And then you got third party and storm warning. So for some of you, you're gonna find out that you were engaged in a third party dynamic, okay? And this is like kind of storm for you. It's like a shocking, something shocking you, where you're gonna find out that you were engaged in a third party, or your partner was cheating on you, or something along those lines, okay? But this is like a blessing in disguise, okay? So after you leave this situation, after this shocking event or shocking truth that come to a surface, and now you become aware of it, you're gonna leave it behind and you're gonna move on to celebrate with your friends, okay? For some of you, you're gonna find out about this information during a party, during a gathering with friends and people. For some of you, not everybody. But I feel the energy here with the mask, that you're gonna find out about this deception or deceptive person, or the trickster, the one who's tricking you, the tricky energy. You're gonna find about this. It's gonna be shocking. It's going to be annoying to you, and it's gonna be a shocking awareness, but you're gonna move on from this. You're probably gonna travel after that, and where you're gonna meet new people, and you're gonna party with those new people, okay? I feel this is in the past. For some of you, this is what you experience right now. Or you could be experiencing this during Mars opposition to Saturn. But I still feel with the energy of Venus and Jupiter conjunction, you're gonna overcome this. Okay? And there is a new opportunity. It's going to open its doors to you. And you're going to be really happy about it. I feel like these cards are coming, so. And there you go. You got to make the effort. Make the effort in this new endeavor or new relationship, or the person that you're going to meet. Express your feelings. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. And there are two young or children, they're kissing one another. So there is the innocence nature of this relationship. Because that's what the child imply, right? Like innocence, being innocent, innocent feelings, emotions, organic, authentic, okay? No deception, no mask. So make the effort to express your feelings. And you have here romantic feelings, exactly. So express those romantic feelings. Trust, have faith. Not everybody is deceptive like this person. No, there are honest people out there. There are decent people out there. You just need to find them. And that's what the energy of Venus. It's going to attract this person because that's your energy. Your energy of being honest, of being faithful, loyal. And you're going to attract the same like-minded people to you. Remember, Two of Cups. Like-minded people, reciprocity. You share the same energy. So you gotta trust. You are living unrequited love, where there was no reciprocation, where there was codependency. That's what unrequited love is. There's no give and take. A person's taking more than giving. You're gonna leave that behind. And you need to stay optimistic, because once again, there is honest people out there. You need to be optimistic. You need to have that energy. Let your friends help you. And you got the party here. Remember? This is partying with friends. Maybe when you go out and about and getting together with your friends and partying, you're gonna meet the like-minded people, the people that you're gonna trust, that you feel that there is reciprocation. There's give and take. There's romantic feelings. Okay? So let your friends help you. I don't know what else I can say, guys. I honestly just don't know. I don't want to pull more cards, to be honest, because the energy is very positive and it literally speaks of, and you got 5th chakra here. So you need to express your feelings. 5th chakra is the throat chakra. You see here where my finger is? Your throat chakra. You need to speak up. You need to express your feelings. And you need to make the effort. Okay? Let's see, one more oracle for my viewers. Choosing wisely. Choosing wisely. And remember, we got the wise man here who's going to provide you with wisdom, with the advice. Angel of strength. You need to be strong enough to explore new options, new horizon, new areas, new position, new responsibilities. There's newness in the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. There's something new is going to be offered to you. It's different than what you've experienced in the past. And you need to be open-minded to explore this new horizon, this new opportunity. And you got the Hermit because you reach the wisdom. You're wise now. You have extensive experience in life. You are connected to your higher self, to the higher power. And you're wise. You're wise. You're choosing wisely now because you are wise. Okay? You've been in a hermit mode for a while, connecting to your higher self, seeking wise and wisdom from the universe. And you got it. Door to spirit. Door to spirit. You're wise. Once again, it's just emphasize the messages I'm getting for you. And you know what, guys? When you listen to a psychic person who's a clairvoyant, clairsentient, who's connected to their spirit guides, your spirit guides, everything they say, when they do tarot or oracle spread, it confirms the messages they give you. And I just spoke about wisdom. Choosing wisely, and you're being wise, and you got door to spirit. Because this door to spirit means you are becoming awakened spiritually. You're a wise person. You spend tremendous amount of time healing and connecting to your spirit guides, to the higher power, to the divine. And the doors to spirit is open, widely open. You know, you have that higher knowledge, higher knowing. Okay? And there you go. Spiritual union. Like, guys, replay what I've been saying all along. Spiritual union. You are connected to a like-minded person. It's either a spiritual, romantic union or a business union. Either or, it's going to be reciprocated. Okay? See this with make the effort? Two innocent people connected together. You need to make the effort. Romantic feelings. See, this is confirming the messages I was giving you earlier. Spiritual union. That's what I see for whoever gonna come and watch this video. This is what's going to happen. Okay? This is what's coming your way, in your path. There will be a spiritual union. There will be connection with like-minded people, and there's going to be reciprocation, give and take, equality, equilibrium. You are going to party. Some of you, you're going to travel. For some of you, for others, there's going to be a promotion, elevation at your workplace. Or success in, oh my God, I didn't see even this, healer of the ages. Healer, this is like a hierophant, or this is like a high priest or high priestess. Someone of higher spiritual energy, an angelic energy. Or this is your energy, the energy you exude, okay? That's gonna help you and make you able to manifest what you want. This is like one of the archangels giving you everything on golden platter, is helping you in your manifestation, is bringing whatever you've been dreaming of into reality. It's going to be given to you. This is I feel the Jupiter energy, Jupiter and Venus conjunction. You're going to get the opportunity you're seeking for too long, and you're going to achieve happiness and fulfillment in your life with the sun energy and the healer of the ages. Like, I don't know what else I can say, guys. Whoever's watching this video, this is what's going to happen in your life. And remember, in the spiritual realm, there's no time frame. For each one of us, we have our own timeline, different than the other. For some of you, that's what you're going to manifest and experience in the next couple of weeks. For others, it might take a little longer. It varies, okay? But I do see this in your path. Guys, I wish you a happy and a beautiful and a fortunate Venus and Jupiter conjunction. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.